Welcome to the Style Sports Hub, presented by UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Sports Hub podcast presented by UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics. I'm your host, Kyle Coppola. Thanks for joining us. I want to thank our sponsors, Lake Center Home Care, Lake State College, and United Southern Bank. Our podcast available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Facebook, and more. And you can make sure to check out lakeandsumterstyle.com for local sports coverage in Lake and Sumter County. Today, I get the honor of talking with Umatilla girls basketball head coach Cameron Ware. Coach, welcome to the program. Thanks for coming on.
Appreciate you, Kyle. Thank you so much.
Yeah, looking forward to talking to you about your season and what a season it was. The best season in Umatilla High School girls basketball history. You finished the season 19-7 overall. You got to be proud of your girls.
Yeah, they worked really, really hard this season. They were a big part of turning it around. I know Umatilla doesn't have a really good history of girls basketball, but we're trying to change that perception.
Yeah, and Umatilla is not just doing that on the girls' side. They're also doing that on the boys' side. Boys' side also statistically had one of their best seasons this year, and that's due to the athletic director, Patrick Todd, and really what he's brought to the program. Talk about that and sort of how the program is changing at Umatilla.
Oh, well, a couple years ago, we did get athletic director Pat Todd. We got Mr. Frazier as well. We got a bunch of great other coaches on staff. So it's kind of been an emphasis on building a culture, kind of offering the kids an experience, a college-level experience, something that they really can't get at the other schools. We're trying to provide a unique experience for them. It's really helped academically and athletically. The kids are interested in sports, okay? If you get them interested in sports, then hopefully, they're interested in school. So, you have to be a student before you're an athlete, so everything kind of ties into each other.
Yeah, it's definitely tied in the last couple of years at Umatilla, and we can see what you're building, too. You're only in your second year as a head coach. Talk about your history and how you ended up becoming the head coach of Umatilla High School.
Kind of funny how things work. So, one of my close friends, Nishan Faulkner, Nitro, he coaches at the Villages right now, but he was approached by Coach Todd to be an assistant when Coach Todd first got here. Not too many people want to come to Umatilla and coach sports. That's actually changing now, but a couple years ago, that was the case. So they were looking for a JV coach, actually. So Coach Todd and Nitro were going to be the boys' varsity coaches, and they needed a fill-in JV coach. I was only supposed to come for 1 year until Coach Todd's son, Hayden, came back, and he was going to take over that side of the program. So it ended up being a roller coaster. We all got along. We kind of made history that first year. Umatilla competed for districts. I think we competed for a district championship that year. Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure Caleb and Kobe Diggs. And I really enjoyed the atmosphere. I liked being around the kids. I liked the impact I was having. So I decided to become a teacher full time and take on that role. My first year, I was a JV head coach. The second year, I was a varsity assistant coach. And then my third year, I was the girls head coach.
Yeah, and here you are.
And here I am.
Building the program up, which is really cool. What do you teach over at Umatilla High School?
I'm actually dual certified. I teach ESC and I teach math. So I'm a support facilitator. I also have 3 math classes. So I try to get those kids past the Algebra 1 ELC.
Yeah, definitely. That's the challenge is making sure these kids stay on the ball. And that's what Umatilla has done the last couple of years. They've really focused on not just the athletic side, but the academic side. And with the ACE program and with everything they have going on, that's really due to Principal Frazier and what he's brought. I think he was the principal of the year last year.
Yes, he was. Congratulations, Mr. Frazier.
Which is really exciting. But what are the key factors that you believe in? What do you do to motivate your team?
So, a lot of things to motivate my team. The main thing is, we don't have a history of winning, so I had to break them down to build them up. So I focus a lot on the mental aspect. What can we do every single day to win the day? We have to be great people first before we're great players. So we have to focus on ourselves. We have to focus on our school. But a lot of things I just instill in them is to be the best people they can be every single day. I preach a lot of integrity. I let my team, it's their team, it's not my team, So I let them self-manage themselves a lot. So they choose a lot of the things they do. They make a lot of the schedules. They even choose some of the practice drills that we do sometimes. So with that, I just try to put the responsibility on them to take accountability for their own progression, I guess, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. And you had Emily Duncan, Lauren Archer, a couple of seniors on the team this year that ended up having a winning season, which felt really good for them because they remember 4 years ago, it was not that way at Umatilla High School.
Yeah.
So it was really cool to see those girls get that opportunity to go to the FHSAA playoffs. And regardless of what happened there in the FHSAA playoffs, you made it there.
Yeah, it was great. Those girls persevered. They had to go through a coaching carousel. They had to go through a lot of losing seasons. Luckily, they had a little success with AAU. All three of them played for AAU teams, and they did pretty well. It just was sad that when they came to their high school, it just wasn't a good situation for them. I'm really happy because I actually did the numbers on it. They ended their careers and high school careers as winners. So I want to say 44 and 38.
It's awesome.
So exactly above 50%. So great for them. They really helped pioneer the change. You know, they could have quit. I know a lot of girls would have transferred. They stuck in there. Umatilla through and through, and they've been great role models and great leaders for these younger girls.
That's terrific. That's so great to see that a high school. I mean, really where it was. Is on the comeback, you could say, with Umatilla. So that's really awesome. You also talk about some of your players. Herva Brutus had a terrific year, I believe. Looking at some of her statistics this season, Brutus, she had 14.6 points per game, 13.4 rebounds per game. Man, she was electric out there.
She is Herva goes above and beyond. Coaches, there's type A, type B, type C players. Herva is one of the players with great drive and great talent. You know, a lot of coaches don't get the fortune of coaching a lot of players like that. I got really lucky in that fact. She is a leader on and off the court. All the girls rally around her, and she plays her butt off. And it really, really helps our team, especially when you see your best player working so hard. It just makes you want to work that much harder.
Yeah.
She's having a great season. You didn't mention she also had 3 triple-doubles. I'm not sure of the stats on it, but I don't know how many other girls in our district got triple-doubles.
Yeah, she's got to be up at least in the, if she's not the number one player as far as the triple-doubles go, she's got to be very close. So.
Yeah, somewhere in the state, got to be ranked there somewhere.
Yeah.
She does all the little things. She rebounds, she passes, she's super unselfish. You always hear her voice on the court. We really lean on her in big moments.
Yeah, we can't wait to watch her come back, especially for her junior year right now. Still in her sophomore season, and right now doing some travel ball as well, some AAU stuff. And you're actually coaching a bunch of AAU stuff as well. Can you talk about the difference between AAU and sort of the high school level and how that sort of differs?
Yeah, well, both are super competitive. You meet a lot of great high school coaches, a lot of people who've been coaching the game for a very, very long time. So you get to learn a lot. AAU is a little bit more fast-paced. It's more focused on getting the kids on the court and letting them play as many games as they can. Not so much focused on practices and skills, but it's a good time. You know, especially for me and my girls. We had I have 12 girls on the team. About 8 play consistently. Mm-hmm. So those other 4 girls aren't getting the playing time that they need, but they're practicing so much. So AAU really gives those other girls an outlet to actually get on the court, get some shots up, to play different roles than they normally would on their high school teams. And I'm a firm believer of getting coached by other coaches. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm with these girls all the time, maybe 5 times out of the week, maybe 6 times out of the week sometimes. So, you know, they get tired of hearing my voice. A lot of parents joke that kids tend to listen to other people more than their own parents. I think that's the case sometimes when you're coaching. So it's good for them to get that experience and, you know, get those other angles of coaching. Yeah. I really like it.
What was your favorite part about the season?
My favorite part about the season, honestly, every day was enjoyable to me. I really enjoy practices because I love watching them sweat. I run the mess out of them sometimes, and they persevere through it, and it gives me joy, you know, building the mental. But all-time favorite moment, the Villages, definitely. We were down 13 points in that game at one point, and then our girl, Herva Brutus, scored 11 points in a row to bring us back. I'm pretty sure we went on an 11-2 run. She had some big stops, big steals, big blocks. That was probably the highlight of the moment because everybody on our bench, everybody on our team was locked in to that moment. And it was really big. I think we got better from that game.
Oh, for sure. You definitely did. And it also proved to a lot of people that you could make the FHSAA playoffs. And regardless of that loss, they put you in anyways. And, of course, you went up and played Palm Bay. And
oh, man.
That was a tough game, no doubt about it. But the fact that you got there, that's a huge proud moment, not just for yourself, but I think the people of Lake County to see Umatilla do something like that. It rivaled the big turnaround over at Leesburg High School this year. They went 1-24. Now they're winning like 24 games this year, losing only 2 games. Between your two programs, you got to love the health of women's sports in Lake County.
Yeah, it's getting really competitive. I graduated from Eustis High School, so 10, 12 years ago, not to show my age, it wasn't as competitive. I wouldn't say it was a little bit more top-heavy. I know our girls were pretty good. A couple of other girls were pretty good, but Lake Mineola wasn't here. The Villages wasn't as predominant as they were. So now seeing the rise of women basketball, just in general, in even the state of the country, even college girls basketball, a lot more attention is being drawn to women's basketball, and I think it's awesome because in women's basketball, they try so hard. They can't dunk. You know what I mean? Well, all of them can't dunk. Girls tend to rely on their skills more than they tend to rely on their athleticism. So if you're a fan of basketball, you like watching it.
Yeah, no doubt about it. We have much more on the way here on the Sports Hub. We're talking with Coach Cameron Ware here. We got some girls that we're going to bring on and talk about their seasons coming up next on the Sports Hub.
Is pain or restricted range of motion keeping you on the sidelines? Get back in the game with expert orthopedic care from UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics. UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics provides robotic-assisted surgical joint repairs and replacements, post-operative care, and inpatient rehabilitation services, all close to home, right here in Lake and Sumter counties. And for those unexpected injuries, UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics offers convenient walk-in and same-day appointments. To learn more or to schedule an appointment with one of their specialists, call 352-323-5665.
Hey, everybody, we're back on the Sports Hub podcast. I'm Kyle Coppola. Thanks for joining us. I'm here with Umatilla High School basketball girls coach Cameron Ware, and we also have Herva Brutus with us, who had a terrific season. Herva is a sophomore, and wow, what a season. You had 14.6 points per game, and then you had 13.4 rebounds per game, a couple of triple-doubles this year. Can you just talk about your season this year and just what it meant to have a 19-7 season and have the best season in Umatilla High School girls basketball history?
My season was the best year this year. I feel like all the girls put effort and we all talked a lot on the court. I mean, we didn't have the best outcome that we wanted, but we played our best. We tried to be as a team and just play for what it meant for us. Yeah,
for sure. And you mentioned the best outcome possible. I think it was the best outcome possible, and the reason I say that is because this team got to the FHSAA playoffs. You guys nearly were able to win a district championship this year. You finished 19-7, best record in team history. That has to mean something between all of the seniors, everybody that made it happen, and especially Herva on the team, Coach.
Yeah, it's really special. It was special to everybody. It's special to me. I hope it's experiences and memories that they'll take on for the rest of their life. They can tell their kids about it. It was just really awesome, man. I loved it. I loved every moment of it. We're still hungry, though. 19-7, not satisfied.
No doubt about it. You're bringing a pretty good team back next year. We're really excited to see what you guys can do, especially for Herva, coming back for her junior year. Herva, what was your favorite part about the season?
My favorite part about the season was probably team meal, I feel like, because because I obviously like to eat, and plus before, we would just all sit together, we would pray together and just glorify God before we would eat and do all this before our games. So it just meant a lot to me that we would just be as a team and just hang out together for our last moments, especially with the seniors.
Yeah, definitely for the seniors. You talk about Lauren Arja, Emily Duncan, and a couple of those seniors who had a huge impact this year. What did they mean to you? Did you find a lot of guidance from them over the years?
Yeah, I did. I feel like they all played a part into helping us win this season.
And you're obviously you're coming off of a fresh season, and you're just entering the AAU season. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, I'll be playing with Trey Man, and I feel like they'll bring my confidence up and just help me play better as a player coming into my junior year.
She already had a lot of confidence coming into her sophomore year, played with a lot of confidence. You don't average nearly 15 points a game without confidence, Coach.
Yeah, she is highly confident. You know, she seems a little nervous right now, but on that court, she's a different animal. Yeah. She likes to put the ball in the bucket. It's something I preach. All 5 girls on the court at all times have to be a threat. As a coach and a sports fan, I'm a big believer in putting the ball in your best player's hand. That generates the most wins. So she plays a big role.
You came in to this. When you saw Herva for the first time, what were your thoughts?
So, funny story. I actually had to go and find Herva. So her brother decided to transfer over, and he was the big-time athlete. You know, Brutus, I'm sure everybody in the county knows who that is. Everybody was focused on him. I had no idea he even had a sister. The first time I actually saw her, I think I was working out early, and I was working out another one of our teammates, Alina, and I think Herva had a little interest in what we had going on. So I actually convinced Alina and Lauren to talk to Herva about coming to a training. I talked to her. She had no interest in basketball. She wanted to be a student. I think she wants to go to college and be a nurse. Still want to be a nurse, right? She was really big into being a student, you know. She's really big in her academics. She's a great student, actually. So it took a little convincing. After a couple training sessions, I think she was convinced that basketball might be something for her.
Yeah, and certainly it is. The statistics don't lie at all. Hope you enjoy playing basketball because it looks like you do, and you came on board. What did that so you ended up coming on your freshman year, I believe, or was this your first year?
Freshman year.
Your freshman year. So you come on and you play basketball. What was that like, sort of, to transition right into a high school sort of basketball sort of sensation? He's building the program. Umatilla is trying to build everything. It must have been quite a time to come onto the program.
I was really nervous my first game. Like, I did not know how high school could be because high school and middle school are 2 different things. So it took me some time to get used to.
And then when you finally started to find, are you still trying to find that, or do you feel like, okay, now I'm the person, now I'm going to be a leader next year as a junior?
I'm gonna be a leader, definitely.
Yeah, she seems like she's ready to take on that leadership role as well. I mean, you saw her on the court all season long. She was just terrific, especially in that Villages game. I got the chance to actually announce that game. That was a lot of fun. Nearly pulled that off. And when you're down, which you were, what did you say to her? Did she take it into her own account? She ended up going on like an 11-point run at some point in that game, and really took the game by the horns.
So I was a little upset when we went into halftime. I felt like our energy was a little down. I felt like some of our girls had already kind of admitted defeat in their minds. So when we got into that locker room, I gave one of my very best speeches I possibly could. You know, basically what I told them is we worked way too hard to get to this point and to lay an egg, basically, okay? My biggest thing for them is, sounds cliche, but I'm not worried about wins and losses. I need us to compete as hard as we possibly can every single day, every single time we touch the floor, every single time we put on those shoes. And I just felt like we weren't doing it. And if we could find a way to do it coming out of halftime, the game would be a little different. The game would get different.
What is one of the biggest lessons you've learned so far from Coach Ware?
He does not let me go easy at all. He always wants me to put my best effort on the court at all times. He makes sure that I always have the ball, that I continue to just put it in the basket, as he said.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to make sure to do that. I can see the camaraderie between you as well. You love to laugh, love to have a good time. Herva, thank you for coming on to the program. We wish you the best of luck with your summer ball season, and can't wait to see you for your junior year.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. We're going to take a short break here on the Sports Hub, and when we come back, we're going to be talking with Evelyn Purdy right here on the Sports Hub. Are you ready for your future to take flight? Whether you're graduating high school or looking to level up, Lake Sumter State College offers affordable degrees and certificates that will punch your ticket to success in a rewarding career. Plus, with programs like Direct Connect to UCF, your opportunities with LSSC are endless. So, what are you waiting for? Join us in Leesburg, Claremont, Sumterville, Four Corners, or online. Learn more at lssc.edu. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Sports Hub podcast. I'm your host, Kyle Coppola. Thanks for joining us. Make sure to subscribe to our podcast if you haven't already. You can subscribe on YouTube and Spotify. We got great content. You want to make sure to subscribe to it if possible. We got Cameron Ware here with us, the head coach of Umatilla girls basketball, also joined by Evelyn Purdy, who had a great season for Umatilla, coming off of a strong season, which you finished 19-7 overall. It was a fantastic, best season in Umatilla high school basketball history, which was really great. You ended up scoring 6 points, averaging 6 points per game, and 6 rebounds per game. So you were definitely a threat under the basket when you were out there. Can you talk about the season and how much you enjoyed that 19-7 season?
I really enjoyed it because we all worked really hard, and it was super fun to be a part of a team that was able to make history and work hard.
Yeah, definitely. She was able to make history. You talk about Evelyn and sort of what she's brought to the program.
Oh, Evelyn does the dirty work. So Evelyn gets all the rebounds. She's relentless on the boards. She's a great on-ball defender. She's a great off-ball defender. She's great underneath the basket. She works really, really hard on her footwork. So she's got ballerina feet down there. We like to joke, I don't have a left-hander on the team, but Evelyn's our left-hander. She really loves to use her left hand. Yeah. She's been working really, really hard these past couple years.
For sure, and she's just a sophomore, so yep. She's coming up through the program. And how long have you been playing basketball for? You played in middle school and stuff?
I started my 8th grade year, and then Cam came up to me when I was in 9th grade. So then I was like, I want to play basketball in high school. So it was really fun.
You did the work, man.
Yeah, I had to find him. I was actually co-teaching in her geometry class. And we had another player in there, sophomore, Jada Washington. She had already been working out for me for a little bit. And I saw Evelyn, and I think she got up to sharpen her pencil or something. And I was like, Jada, does that girl play basketball? And she said, yeah, she was on the team. So, hey, I started talking to Evelyn. Hey, Evelyn, would you like to train? I figure if I can get them in 9th grade and I can start working with them by, junior year, by senior year, I'll have something nice.
Yeah, and you definitely have something going for you, especially for Evelyn. Plenty to build on as well as just a sophomore. You talk about her play and what she's building and really what the team is building as well. As far as the team went, there were a lot of memories this year that you could possibly think about. What were some of your best memories that you made with the team this season?
Before the home games in the locker room, we shut off all the lights and we sing "We Ready." That's probably my favorite.
Nice. So that's the team bonding thing.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
okay.
That's cool. And maybe next year they sing some Dr. Dre. Who knows?
Maybe.
You get them into some '90s rap or whatever we got going on. But that's awesome. The camaraderie that these girls are building at Umatilla, and overall, you could just see as a program for Umatilla, they continue to build. And it's not just the girls program, it's the boys program, it's other girls programs, it's the track and field, football. All of it is building, and that's due to the people who are, I think, in the right spots.
Thank you, Kyle. Yeah, a lot of the adults around are invested in these children. The kids are the future. It's not a joke, and as an educator, as teachers, we literally live by those words.
Yeah.
So we have to pour in so we have a better future.
Yeah, Coach Ware is also a teacher, and being that he's a teacher, not only academically, but also so athletically, what have you learned, Evelyn, from Coach Ware? What are some of the biggest lessons that he's taught you so far?
Work ethic, for sure, because whenever we want to practice or we want to get better, he'll make sure that we get in the gym whenever.
Yeah, work ethics is very, very important. And as far as off the court and stuff like that, well, what do you like to do when you're not playing basketball?
I like to read.
Nice. What do you like to read? What you got any favorite authors out there, anything like that, or just kind of picking up
Kind of
books?
anything, really.
Yeah. Yeah, reading is a relaxing thing, and it helps you team out. A lot of these girls have different hobbies and everything like that that they're able to work over. What are some of your favorite hobbies, Coach?
I do very, very simple things. So typical guy. I like to get shots up when nobody's around. Try to work on my game. I play a lot of video games too. I also have 2 dogs and a girlfriend. We do a lot of kayaking and beaching.
Very nice. That's awesome. What qualities do you believe are essential for your high school girls? So we talked about this a little bit earlier, but what qualities do you try to instill in girls that are younger, such as sophomores and freshmen, so that they're prepared by the time they get to juniors and seniors, that they're ready to be leaders?
So integrity is a big one. Responsibility is another big one. And then work ethic, as Evelyn said. So I feel as a person and a player, if you're responsible, if you always hold yourself with integrity and you work hard, you're going to get whatever you want out of this world.
I got to ask you, especially next season, because this season, obviously 19-7, best season that we've ever seen out of Umatilla High girls basketball. What can we look forward to next season?
A better record and hopefully a district championship.
Yeah, that could be on the horizon, and we'll see. Evelyn, what are you looking forward to over the summertime and as this team continues to build?
I'm looking forward to getting myself better and watching my teammates get better.
That's important.
We're growing together. We're growing together. My sophomore class is a really good one. Herva, Evelyn, and Jada Washington, as I mentioned earlier, she's at work, but they are a very tight-knit group, and they hold each other accountable for their own personal growth. So it makes it easy for me.
That's awesome. It makes it easier for you only because you're a second-year coach, and now you're going to be headed into year number 3 and looking forward to you. Thank you for what you're doing to the Umatilla program as well, what you're bringing to them. And it's just great to see someone so focused on the program as well. I think it's been needed for a really long time at Umatilla High School, and now these girls have a sort of a ground base. They can build upon that, and I think that's so important as a program to have sort of the stability that you've brought to Umatilla High School.
Yeah, thank you. I really do appreciate that. A lot of people, it's hard for me to take a compliment, but a lot of people have been congratulating me, but I give all the credit to the girls. Without them, we wouldn't have a season. Without them, there would be no points scored. There would be no rebounds. There would be no winning season. I did a good job of getting them together. I did a good job of teaching them some basic principles and how to make a left-hand layup. But other than that, they took it and ran with it.
Yeah.
They really took ownership of this team and this season. And it really means something to them. So as long as it means something to them, it means something to me.
Certainly, absolutely. And Evelyn, I got another question for you. Now that you're going to be entering your junior season, what is your advice to some of the younger girls that are coming up through the Umatilla program, and sort of your advice that you can give to them to work hard and get to the point that you're at?
You have to put in the time, because if you don't, there's no point.
Yeah, but putting in the time is so important, and it's not just with Evelyn, it's Herva, it's everybody on the team that continues to build. It's including the coach that's putting in the time and the hours. You're a coach, but you're also a teacher, so you're there a lot.
Yeah, all day pretty much. We get out of school about 2:30. I also coach football, so I usually transition straight from football into girls basketball. Sometimes we practice 2 or 3 times a day. Our athletes, girl athletes especially, there's not too many of them, so they play multiple sports. Mm-hmm. So I'm always trying to help them with whatever sport they're in for the season. They don't let me take a break. Like Evelyn said, if they want to get into the gym, how can I tell a kid no,
Yeah, no doubt about it. I want to thank both of you, Herva, everybody, for coming on the program today, talking about your season. What a historic season it was. Congratulations on that 19-7 season, and we cannot wait to see what you guys build out of the program coming in 2024 and 2025.
Yeah, thank you so much, Kyle. I appreciate you having me.
Appreciate you, Evelyn. Thanks for coming on the program. All right, we're going to wrap things up next on the Sports Hub.
Nobody wants an aging family member who is unable to care for themselves to be home alone. Lake Center Home Care believes the best healing happens when you are most comfortable. The company provides exceptional personal care in the comfort and privacy of your own home. Whether you need skilled nursing, physical therapy, home health aides, or companion services, your loved ones will enjoy peace of mind knowing you're being taken care of and treated with respect and dignity. Lake Center Home Care is locally owned and managed with a team of highly qualified professionals who are passionate about taking care of their neighbors. Call 352-315-0050 or visit golchc.com to learn more about this amazing company.
All right, thank you guys for watching the Sports Hub podcast. Appreciate Umatilla High School girls basketball for coming on. Want to thank our sponsors, UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics. Want to also thank Lake Center Home Care, Lake Sumter State College, United Southern Bank, and our podcast available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Facebook, and more. Make sure to check out lakeandsumterstyle.com for local sports coverage in Lake and Sumter County. Also, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel and Spotify as well. I greatly appreciate that. Helps us out a lot. Want to thank again Umatilla High School girls basketball for coming on. We're going to see you on the next edition of the Sports Hub podcast.
This has been the Style Sports Hub, presented by UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics.